Hello friends. Welcome to Jumpstart Test Automation. The audience of this channel are manual testers, freshers and automation testers who are willing to brush up their automation skills. The content of this channel has videos related to automation testing across web application, mobile applications, web services and any latest test automation trends that may evolve using tools like Selenium, Appium, Winium, Protractor, Cucumber etc. The purpose of this channel is to help manual testers and freshers to jumpstart their career in test automation within short duration via online training and online training videos. Learning never ends. So, just learn what a beginner needs to learn to automate a test application. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell icon for getting notification in your inbox directly. You can search JSTA in YouTube and Facebook or just Google JSTA to reach to this channel. Also, reach to us, to know more about the online training with framework. Thank you.
How to trigger Selenium. Okay. So I'll create. Can you guys go on mute, please? Public static void, and I'll create a method called getWebDriver. Okay. So I'll initiate the Selenium. First, this is the first line that I need to give. This is the syntax to set the property of the WebDriver. So I'm going to use the webdriver.chrome.driver. Okay, and this is the path of my chromedriver.exe. You need to download the chromedriver.exe in order to utilize that. And I have copied and pasted it here. See, this is where I have pasted it. So I have given the relative path of it. This dot means it is the relative path, not the absolute path. Okay, you can see the difference in the previous video, how I am utilizing this. Fine, for now you can just follow how I am triggering. Okay, so now so as I said, I'll create an I have to create a object instance for the Selenium WebDriver. So I'm creating an object. I'm creating a very object here, and what is the type of the object? It's WebDriver, and I'll go with new keyword. And what is the browser that I'm going to use? So I'm using chromedriver. If this is going to be a Firefox, you can use chromedriver. Fine, but we are going to see how we are going to use chromedriver. Okay, so now I'm getting error. So let's see what is the error I'm getting here. Multiple markers at line. WebDriver cannot be resolved to a type. chromedriver cannot be resolved to a type. Java doesn't know what this two keyword means. So let's see what quick fixes it is suggesting. If I hover over this error, it is saying 9 quick fixes are available. Always keep in mind, if you do not know any what to do, what to select out of this quick fixes, do not select anything. Okay, always click upon something which only you are confident to, because this might clicking of any of the quick fixes will change the code in many places or in a place that you cannot notice also. Okay, so now I have to tell Java to use Selenium WebDriver and also chromedriver. So let me hover over it. Now I have to import this WebDriver. See, the package that it is being imported from is org OpenQA Selenium. Fine. So let me click this. If you see this line number 3, it is imported. Now the error is gone. Likewise, if you see, hover over the Chrome driver, it needs this Chrome driver also. Let me import that. See, another line is added. So now that I have imported the external jar files into Java program to drive it, to utilize it. So now let me driver dot. If you click on the dot, you will get the suggestions. So driver dot, I'll go for this command, get string URL. Let me open up the browser. Okay, then I am driver dot manage dot window dot maximize. I'm maximizing the window. Fine. So I'm creating a class object for Selenium WebDriver. Then I'm trying to open this URL. Then I'm trying to maximize this window. Okay. Now this is a method that I have created, but this method must be called within the main method in order to execute it. So let me go get WebDriver. Okay. If I just simply type GET and control space it will give the suggestions. So it is giving the very first suggestion it is giving is the WebDriver method, which is returning void. Okay, and it is from the class my second program. Right. Now let me run this. Right click on it, run as Java application. See, starting Chrome driver, only local connections are allowed. See, it has triggered the Chrome browser now. See, it has opened the Facebook page. Still, you can see the page is loading some web elements. Once the page load is complete, only then it will go to the next line, which will be the maximizing the web browser. See, it has maximized. Okay, now let me go here. Right, let's see the console output. Where I can see the console output. See, it has completed. The program has completed. Now I need to, but the browser is still open. I need to close it. Okay, so driver dot quit will quit all the browser. Driver dot close will close only the one browser, the current browser. Say if I have too many browsers opened, this driver dot quit will close everything at once. Okay, the Chrome driver instance it will close. Driver dot close will only close the current instance of it. So let me okay. So let me rerun this. Any questions so far? Yes, please go on.
Sir,
Yeah, yeah, Pramesh. Yeah,
the question is, since it is a static method,
hmm,
uh, no need to create an instance, right?
correct.
But we have created instance webdriver driver equal to new Chrome driver.
Web,
Driver is an instance.
no, WebDriver is a non-static class.
Oh, webdriver is non-static class. Okay.
WebDriver is again a non-static class that's a third-party plugin. Selenium WebDriver is a third-party plugin, which is a non-static
Okay.
one, and that we have to create an instance to use that in the Java method. Java main method is static one, right? So we need to create an instance obviously for WebDriver.
Okay. Okay.
See, now it has closed the browser. Okay,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now I'll I'll tell you how to find the XPath. We'll start with the basics. We'll get into the advanced XPath in the upcoming videos. Okay. So now, how do I any thing that is present on the web browser is called as a web element. This particular text is a web element. This login box is a web element. This email or phone is a web element. Password is a web element. This button is a web element. Every single thing on this browser is a web element, and we need to locate this web element in the browser, okay, and tell Selenium this is the web element that I want you to click or enter text or select value from the dropdown. Okay, now how do we identify the locators of the web element? Okay, you can either press F12 or right click and inspect this web element. Okay, now I I can click on this and I can inspect on this web element. So this web element is a this is called this particular space is called as document object model. Okay, DOM. So this is nothing but the HTML structure of this entire web page. Okay, and it has the every single web element contained in the HTML structure. So HTML tags. So this particular email text box is of type. The type of this web element is input type, and it has multiple attributes. This type is an attribute, class is an attribute, name is an attribute, ID is an attribute. Okay. Now there are multiple ways how you can locate a web element. Like you can locate a web element by ID, or by class, or by name, or by XPath. Okay, let's identify. ID is the first preferred locator to identify a web element because ID will be mostly unique. Okay, so just press I'll just press Control F here, and okay, I'll copy this email ID. Now I'll go to this Eclipse. Now I have to tell Selenium to find the element by dot by see, these are the types that Selenium these are the different locators that Selenium use to identify any given web element: by class name, by CSS selector, by ID, by link text, by name, by partial link text, by tag name, by XPath. Okay, for now I'll go by ID. So I'll give the ID. So ID is email, right? Always when you give the locator value, always copy and paste it from, just click on it, copy and paste it from the DOM, because if you may type capital E, and it will not find. So it's always, Java is case sensitive, and it's always good to have names of the methods, variables, or locators copy pasted. Okay, so now I have identified the element email ID. Now what I need to do, I need to enter text. So I'll give send keys. If I click dot, it is giving clear, click, equals, find element, lot of attributes. Okay, lot of methods, actions to be performed. So I'll give send keys. Okay. Now keys to send. I'll put it in quotes. Right. So let's see. Let's run the program. No, let me select the password also. Now I'll use this arrow button. I'll go click on this text box. See, this is highlighted. Now it also has a ID pass. I'll copy this. Okay. I'll again go driver dot find element. See, there are two driver dot find element. One is element, one is elements. Okay. This is what is the return type of it? This will return a web element. Okay. If you see our method, this method is returning void. This method will return a web element. This will return a list of web elements because this will take all the web elements. We'll see this later. Okay. So now web element by dot again. I'm going by ID. What is the ID name? Pass. What I'm going to do with this web element. So this is the portion where you are identifying the web element. Now after this you need to perform some action on it. So I'm going to send this. Okay, I'm going to give a test password. Okay, now next I'll go and identify the login button. I'll again go click on this. I'll click on this login button. See, I'm able to get an ID. Now now let's see, this ID is u_0_2. You must never use any ID or any attribute that has a number in it because this number might be random. Now when this page is loaded, it is u_0_2. Again, when we refresh this might change. This number might be randomly generated. So let's see. Please wait until the web page is loaded. Again, let me identify login. Okay, so this is not changed. Okay, and this is still the same, which means this is unique ID. So let me take this. Okay, driver dot find element by ID dot. Now I don't have to send the keys here. I have to click this. So let me use the action click. Okay, now let me say. I'll see, how do I know whether the program is completed or not? Just by looking at this, I don't know. There is no user message here in the console output. Let me print a user message. Okay, syso control space system. Syso stands for sysout. Okay, print to standard output. So, okay. So now let me run this. See, it has entered the email ID and the password, and it has clicked on the login button. Okay. It says obviously the password is wrong because there is no such account. Okay. So I'll go back to Eclipse and see end of test case. The Facebook login attempt is successful. We have just always try to give meaningful names to the methods, variables, or the console output. See, I could have printed Facebook login is successful, but I know that this is not going to be successful, so I have just given this meaningfully Facebook login attempt is successful. Okay, so there is a difference. That I tried to log in, but login is not successful, but the attempt is successful. Okay, so that's how it is. You should write any given statement or variable names in a meaningful way so that you will be ending up with too many number of scripts that could be in hundreds or in thousands. You cannot trace back if you don't give any meaningful name. Okay, by just looking at the method name or the class name itself, you should be able to understand what the method actually performs or what the variable is defined to be utilized for. Okay, so always give a meaningful name. Okay, it doesn't matter if it is going to be little lengthy name, but still use a meaningful name. Okay, so when a name of a method or a class involves multiple words, always use this camel case. Camel case is something which starts with small letter and the next word is starts with capital letter. Okay, say for example, let me do like this: get WebDriver for Selenium, like this. Okay, now I have changed the name of this method here. So wherever I called this get WebDriver method is showing an error. So what error it is showing me? So the method get WebDriver is undefined for the type MySecondPower because Java is not able to identify this get WebDriver method because there is no such method, because I've already renamed this method to get WebDriver for Selenium. So this is not how you will rename it. Okay, you will always right click, refactor, and then rename it. See, if I am typing it, if I'm refactor renaming it and enter it, it is changed elsewhere, wherever it is called for. Okay. Now still the program will run. Always ensure that your program is code free. There should not be any errors at all in your program. Okay, before you sign off for your given day. Any questions so far? Okay, good. So next I'll show you how to use the drop down. Okay, see, in general, what are the generic actions, common actions that we perform on any given web browser? One is click, another one is entering some text. Okay, another one is selecting from drop down. Okay, these are the three most common actions used to be performed on a given web browser. You can ask, what about the radio button? We are still clicking it. We are using the clicking. What about the checkbox? We are still using the click method. Okay, so three things are very common. One is clicking, one is driver.click, other one is driver.send keys. Okay, and other one is selecting from the drop down. Okay, next we will see how to select from the drop down. Right?